Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. This video I just wanted to go over the patch notes that we do have for the new season, which is starting on Star Wars Day, 4th of May. So obviously we're getting our new Legend Valkyrie, we're getting the new 3 versus 3 arenas mode. But the other things that we do have, you may not have seen some of it, and at least we've got names for some of the maps now. So we've got 2 custom maps, the Party Crasher, which is Mirage's crashed ship into the downtown plaza. If you saw the intro to all of the previous videos that Apex had put up for the new season, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the last one they did, but yeah, don't quote me on that. I think it was the last one. He was having that phone call about what to do if he crashed the party ship. So that's a reference into what they've done with the maps here. The second one is called Phase Runner, hidden experimental zone at the peak of a mountain. We've got 3 BR inspired locations. We got Kings Canyon's artillery. Then we've got Golden Gardens and Thermal Plant. I think the other 2 are just meant to look a bit like Olympus, as you can probably see in some of my gameplay. So yeah, we've got Valkyrie, just to give you an update, or well, not an update, a refresher of what she does. Her passive is VTOL jets. They, when you press jump while in the air, you engage her jetpack, and you can switch between hold and toggle on the menu as to what you want to do with that. Her tactical is a missile swarm, which fires a swarm of mini rockets, which damages and disorientates the enemy. And her ultimate is a skyward dive. I think in a previous video I just kind of described it as like Lifeline docks strings. They kind of attach to your other teammates, and you all fly up together, a bit like what a jump tower does. I assume it gives you like a certain distance of how much you can fly. But yeah, you can take your teammates with you. We have some Olympus map changes. So Olympus has now been taken over by a massive plant, flown in by a mysterious aircraft linked to Valkyrie's entrance. The crossroads have turned into the Icarus ship. On scientist corpses, there will be bridge keycards, which allows you access to the best loot on the ship. There is 2 of the redeploy, if I can even say it, balloons, the jump towers. They have been removed outside the Golden Gardens and outside Orbital Cannon. The legend updates that we have at the moment. So the low profile has been removed from Wraith, Watson and Lifeline, and will no longer take 5% more damage. So that's quite a good thing to kind of even out the characters, so we'll see how that plays. We have Fuse. His knuckle cluster can now take 2 charges. I said this in my previous video as a recap on the character updates. And the tactical cooldown has been reduced to 18 seconds. Lifeline, her res shield was removed, her ultimate cooldown is reduced by, it says 300 seconds on here, but I'm pretty sure it was a minute or something. And her care package guarantees an upgrade. Loba's bracelet has been fixed, in theory. I'm just going to say in theory. You know what Loba's been like with her bracelet, it's been non-stop like chaos. Loba can now move at full speed when using her bracelet, and there is no like buffering or stopping when it lands. Her ultimate cooldown has been increased as well. To find out all the information, I did do again a update video for all of the characters. Octane, his stim now takes 20 health, but it its cooldown has been reduced to 1 second. We have our new weapon, the Bosec bow, the compound bow. It uses arrows as an ammo type, and arrows can be retrieved after firing. So that's quite interesting. That's a really good piece of information to have. I assume you can't just take it out of people that you've knocked down, but if you miss, you could probably pick it up off the ground. When fully drawn back, the bow will deal 70 damage to the body and 123 damage to the head. So that also has some hop-ups. I'll go through all of the new hop-ups because there's some for different weapons as well. There's the Dead Eyes Tempo, which is for the Sentinel and for the bow. At firing at the perfect moment increases the fire rate. I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess we'll have to start practicing with these things. Shatter caps are for the bow and the 30-30. Rounds split into a blast pattern on firing. So I assume this will be something like a firing pattern similar to the Eva 8, which is like a figure of 8, but it'll just have a different design. There are the care package weapons. The Peacekeeper has been removed. It is now ground loot. You've probably heard that one though. The triple take is now going into the care package. This is one of my favourite snipers. So being, I would say a gold, but it's a red weapon, care package weapon. It's going to be deadly, I think, because it does a decent amount of damage already. So we'll see what happens. The Mozambique now takes 6 shots. Again, that was in my previous video for you. Spawn loot. In Apex Legends Legacy, players will spawn with a starter kit. I've said this in a previous video, it's similar to Locked and Loaded. You get all your shields, your helmet, your backpack, 2 cells and 2 syringes. White gear has now been removed from the loot pool, so obviously everyone's going to land with the white stuff and you either upgrade it or find something better. Ground emotes have been added. Viewed in third person, each legend has a default, epic, and legendary emote. Anti-peek system. Legends not in first person view will not be visible when emoting. Okay. Club invites now show which mode it's for, whether you're doing pubs, ranked, or arenas. And how many players are in the party. So that's an interesting change for clubs. Challenges, there's 1 free reroll per day. That's going to be really good for those of you who go like, I can't use this character, I can't do that with that weapon. At least you've got a choice to change it for free now instead of using up your legend tokens. Which, I mean, for those of us who are in higher levels, it didn't really matter because every time you go up a rank you get loads of legend tokens anyway, so it didn't matter too much for myself. But for those of you who are lower levels and want to make sure you're buying your characters, that'll definitely help. Challenges are both for arenas and for pubs. You can now favourite challenges to track them in game. Again, that'll be a really interesting one, especially if it's something that you want to work on. So, for example, when we previously had all the shotgun and Mozambique challenges, that was something that I really wanted to work on because I don't use shotguns very often at all, especially things like the Mastiff. So, again, that would be really good for those of you who want to improve on certain things, certain challenges. That is all of it for you so far. I will probably do another video like this closer to the time when we have a bit more information. As always, guys, stay safe and I will see you in the next one.